Good morning, folks. This is Edward here with Edward's Travels. Today we're going to turn here on the south side of Kalamazoo, down on the south side hood as it's known, and we're going to go down to a fire that happened overnight, burned a house to the ground. They came in with excavators earlier this morning and they knocked what was left down. I don't think anybody was hurt. We're going to take a look at the site right up here. There is some consumers' power vehicles there that have come in and cut the power and things. They have a little backhoe-looking device, as it were. And we're going to go up here and take a little closer look at this. It's coming up right up here on the left-hand side. I'll slow down a little bit here. You'll see see what's left. Sorry about the sun. Not much I could do about that. Right in here, there's what's left of the home right there. Not much. Burned to the ground for sure. Keep cruising right here through this part of the hood. Go up here to some old factories. Take a look. Probably find some interest there. Be right back. Yes, sir. Here we're on the corner of Factory Street and Fulford. We're gonna make our way up here to the right, or the south, and we're going to take a look at some of these abandoned areas. There used to be homes all through here. They're all gone now. Of course, back here, factories and things, and they've turned it into some storage and so forth. Some graffiti work going on here. Graffiti there. Leon's Corner. This used to be the corner bar. Had live bands in there, mostly country. Of course, the factory's all on the left side of the road here, the street. Over here where, of course, the neighborhood is now turned into the south side hood, they call it. Here's the old Ealing Brothers Everhard company. We'll just pull in here a second. They used to be one of my customers back in the day. They're no longer here. They pretty much took over for the Henderson Ames company back in the day, the guy that built the Henderson Castle. These folks here manufactured and sold Masonic regalia and everything for Freemasonry and the fraternal orders throughout the world. And this was quite a place. I was not a member of the Masons. I would call here on this company, and there were places in this building I could not go. You had to be a member. You had to be a Mason in good standing to even see some of the things that they were manufacturing in here and so forth. But they had a large offset printing department, and that's what I serviced. I sold them their supplies and some of their machinery as well over the years. Quite a place. Very nice people. The Ealing brothers, the Ealing family. Knew them for years. Great little place. We'll move along. Okay, folks, you're looking at a plant right over here. It used to be known as National Water Lift. We're going to take a little ride past there a second. They were a defense contractor back in the day. They were bought by Smith & Wesson, Bangor Punta, and so forth, and we're making everything in here you could imagine for different aircraft, different parts. They made the wing actuators in here for the F-14 Tomcats and so forth. They had other and do have military contracts. It's a secure location. It's right over here. I'm sorry again about the sun. I haven't been by this facility in 25 years. And you can see a lot more security than there was. It's now known as Parker Aerospace Hydraulic Systems Division. Yep, Parker Aerospace. This is all new here in the front, well, newer. But anyways, defense contractor right here in Kalamazoo. Who would ever thunk it? Here's another view of the old National Water Lift. You can see what a defense contractor in Kalamazoo looks like. Yep, it's back in the days. Right through there is where I used to deliver to this place. When it was National Water Lift, they had a print shop in there as well. And it was very interesting. There was only one part of the loading dock they would allow us to go. There was incoming materials and so forth that were not to be seen by the general public, and get an idea of what they were using and so forth. And so they kept that all off to the side, as what they should have done. You know, it's a defense contractor. It's nobody's business. Take a little ride down here through a more abandoned part of this area. We're right to the east of the Kalamazoo South Side Hood. Right back with you. Okay, folks, all these areas down here are brown fields. These are contaminated fields from industry that used to be here, and they've fenced it off. They've tried to clean some things up, but you can see they're using it as pretty much a rubble dump for waste and rubble for around this area. On the other side of the street here, they've cleaned it up, and they built some large metal buildings here, and they're using those as container storage buildings. Right here's a little site. Somebody left a full set of Goodyear tires and a nice big old fish tank that's kind of busted up, huh? Some other stuff. It's like they say in NASCAR, they're gonna go in them pits and get that full set of Goodyear tires and Sunoco racing fuel. So there you go. You're using Pennzoil Premium. There's their old chair and stuff. A lot of this around Kalamazoo, people just dump stuff wherever they want. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll go up here and look at some other areas. Be right back. Here's an old factory here. You can see the stairs, the steps I should say, going from the street right up to nothing, where it used to be a building. But in the background, they're repurposing their chimney. They have cell phone, microwave stuff all over it hanging there. Out with the old, in with the new, right? Be right back. In the day, ending in the early 70s, this was all bustling down here. It was really something. You had no problem finding a job. All kinds of factories off here to the right. All the homes and neighborhoods off here to the left, which is now turned into it's known as the South Side Hood. This is an old factory building that's been repurposed now into a coffee house, and it's supposed to be really cool. They've even got hauntings in there and all kinds of stuff going on. I haven't been in there, but I don't particularly like parking on this side of town, and unless they had a secure parking lot back there with a guard watching it, I don't care to come down here at night. Here's an old place right here, the old liquor store. Back in the day, still is. But he come down and get their daily bottle. There's another house right here that burned. That was last week. That one there burned. I forgot about that. Another one. Yes, sir. And we'll cross down here through these boulevards onto Portage Street. Back in the day, a gentleman came out here decided to buy this property all out off Portage up here on both sides of the street and turn it into a big horse racing track. That's why we have Race Street down here and other streets named. And a gentleman turned this whole part of town into a racetrack. Then homes started building along here, factories behind me to the east and so forth, and it really brought in quite a bit, that racetrack. And now it's, of course, what they call the South Hood, or the south side of Kalamazoo. And we're about to come up on Portage Street right here. On the corner, right here on my right, where you see this building going on, there's a big crematory, a funeral home, and a cremation center right on the corner. There are chimneys that were in the back right here. These other buildings next to it were also older buildings. There was a photography shop in there and so forth. And across the street, of course, old buildings from 1900s. On this side of the street, right here, was a large mansion. And of course, all gone now. And we'll head back here towards my home 20. There's famous Howard's Party Store right there. Now, back in the day, all these single family homes right here were quite established folks. This was not a poor neighborhood. The whole neighborhood, as it were. You can tell by these homes here. Back in the 20s and the 30s, this was definitely an upper blue collar neighborhood, if you will. And it has, if you wouldn't be able to tell here by the street because it's been repaved, but it used to be really hard to come down through here. They have a lot of crime down here, and so forth. But it's part of our town, and we're happy to live here in Kalamazoo. This is our water department right here on the right. Also other homes here that are closed. They used to be back bingo hall. It's been raised this past year. And then this was the Department of Social Services right behind it, the Welfare Commission. They're closed as well. On this side of the street was one of Kalamazoo's gay bars. It sat right here in this vacant lot, and it was destroyed. It was burned to the ground. We have a cannabis company, a brand new one right there. Other homes along here. This all used to be homes. And then you make a right-hand turn right here onto Burdick Street, which we're going to do. And this will put you on this corner right here. Used to be a Dairy Queen, long gone. All these old storefronts here back in the day, and here there was an old storefront and so forth. This brick building, this red brick, was Mersch's Dairy right here. This used to be an ice cream shop and a dairy when I was a boy. This was Lemmer's gas station. And on the corner right here was Sears and Roebuck. Years ago, of course, moved out to the malls, and the building sat here, and it's been taken over by the city police department. Now it's the Kalamazoo Crosstown Center, City Kalamazoo, all the police departments in there, and so forth. Be right back. Okay, folks, right there where you can see the Kalamazoo Valley Community College, the Food Innovation Center, which is right here. Back in the 60s, this used to be, of all things, a Holiday Inn. And they used to have quite a restaurant there and everything. Over the years, it's been raised, and this new facility built right here, next door to the old Sears and Roebuck building, now the city police department. I bet you Sears never had antennas like that back in the day. We'll be right back. Well, we're on Crosstown Parkway at South Burdick Street. I'm gonna head back towards my home 20, right past the Stock and Bonds Company right there. They've been here since I was a boy, Olmsted and Mulhall. Across the street here was a fine ladies' dress shop right there. Quite a place. As you come down around here, these are 3 ponds. There's the old conservatory right there. These are 3 ponds. This is Kalamazoo's well field, where we get a lot of the water from Kalamazoo is pumped right through here. You can see the well stands. There's the main pumping house right there. That's actually where they put the fluoride in your water and so forth. Would go right in there. On this corner was a Bill Knapp's. Now it's a Reeler. Has this corner. Bill Knapp's restaurant in the day. Of course, the bank on this corner. All this property down here back in the day was all celery fields, all Dutch people down here. My father's uncle owned the property that's under that bank right there, and all over here to the side of it where the pump houses are for water, all that, and that's where his celery was planted, all right in there. Yep. Yeah, we'll be up here a little bit. Talk to you in a second. Okay, folks, we're on Howard Street Hill. This is the hill that used to sport the soapbox derbies back in the day. Right over here to the side was South Junior High School. Now it's a school for, it's Kalamazoo Public Schools. It's a magnet school. I think this one's for the arts. I know it's one of their magnet schools now. Very nice. And as we climb the hill here, we're going to go past Kalamazoo Public Schools Administration Building right here on the right. They had a print shop in there too. I used to service that back in the day. Right there. And up here at the top of the hill is a fire station and police station. This fire station has inside, they house the longest fire truck, the big ladder truck, 120-footer ladder in Kalamazoo. It's right inside there. They house that new truck. And we're going to go up here into a beautiful little neighborhood in just a second. It will be a little different than the hood, I guarantee you, which is only 5 minutes away. Right back. Okay, folks, we're up here on Oakland Drive, and we're going to turn down here onto Spruce off from Oakland. And this is what you're going to find, these neighborhoods like this, all through here. I don't live far away from here. This neighborhood borders my neighborhood. But you're going to find some pretty cool older Kalamazoo homes in here. They're not Victorians. These homes were built in the 50s, 40s and 50s. There may be a couple in here that are a little bit older, but look at the architecture here. Some of these homes. Look at the roof line right there, and here. Isn't that nice? Very nice. Let's go up this way. See what we can find. Little side streets. Yes. There's a nice little place right here too. Sits there with his pine trees. All through here. It's like this, block after block. Yeah, okay, we'll go down here a little bit further and say goodbye to this neighborhood and make my way over into my own. Cool little craftsman home right there. They need to repave their street. Must not be paying much taxes down here or something, right? Man, it's a bad street for such a nice neighborhood. But that's Kalamazoo for you. Now we're on Winchell, and we'll take Winchell right on down to my home. This is the Winchell neighborhood. We just left the Oakland Drive neighborhood. They paved this street 2 years ago, and it's bumpy. It's like a washboard. I can't believe it. Brand new paving, 2 years old. They did this in the summer of 2022 when they did the Parkview project over here about 1.5 miles away. And I just can't believe that just in 2 years it's just degraded. Unbelievable. Poor job. No big trucks run on this street. We do get some snow, but no big deal. Hard to believe. All right, here we go. Right on up Broadway. Broadway will take me home. And it's kind of nice through here. I always wanted to drive this in a more high-performance vehicle than my Jeep. The little Broadway racetrack. I don't know, it's just me. I think it would be fun to come flying down through here. There's a big tree looking right at you. That wouldn't be fun. There's another one. There's some more right there. You lose it on this curve. You lose it right here. You go into another big tree straight on. Right here. It wouldn't be very, very smart to try 100 miles an hour through here. Way too many things that you could lose it and end up going right off the apex into some wood, some big wood that would really hurt. Well, here we are back out onto Parkview and Broadway. I just live over here 2 blocks away. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Hopefully it's not too boring. I'll have some better ones here coming up, I guarantee. Living in this area, you can't help but have a better video. Thank you for subscribing too. I sure appreciate it. Talk to you a little later. Have a great day.